What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another draft video. This is still not Draft to Glory. We're going to talk about Draft to Glory in another time, another day. I'm going to do some stuff on Twitter, straw polls, etc. But we are here today to draft and see what we can do. Of course, I won my first two drafts in a row. I lost my third draft in the semi-final to a really strong opponent. I had a lot of chances, I just was unable to take them, but I didn't have a great team nor a great formation. So hopefully we can change that here. You know what, I'm going to try the 4-4-2 holding. I have a feeling 4-1-2-1-2 and 4-4-2 might be really strong options this year, and you can't say no to Cristiano Ronaldo. I would be interested to try Eden Hazard, who actually has the same pace, more dribbling, more passing, just way less shooting and way less physical than Ronaldo. But we're going to put Cristiano Ronaldo up there. And if we could get an icon, Ronaldo or Van Basten, that would be fantastic. We're going to take Gabriel Jesus. Now, Jesus only has 79 shooting, but he actually has really good shooting in games. 83 attack positioning, 83 finishing is very nice. The reason why obviously his shooting is reduced is because of those low volleys, low long shots. Kind of takes it down a lot. He's got good stamina as well, and I'm happy to have him in the club. But I would really like one of those icons. Not today. Not today. So we're going to go with Perez here, I believe. We'll swap the two strikers around. Perez obviously gets a nice soft link to Cristiano Ronaldo. 4-star skill moves. And very nice stats. This might be one of your go-to guys early on, dudes. If you're looking for a cheap striker up front, he's going to, well, rather than a cheap striker in defence. But if you want a cheap striker for your team, he's probably going to be one of your good go-to guys. He's got decent, well-rounded stats, and is going to be a monster for you. Next on the list, now it would make sense to go with Fernandinho because he gets the perfect link to Gabriel Jesus. Decent pace, good stand tackle, bad heading, which is why his defending is so low, and his interceptions are very good as well. Good aggression, his short passing and reactions are good. But I'm also very tempted to go with Nemanja Matic. Way better defensively, way better physicality, good passing, good reactions and composure as well, just not as fast. But I'm going to go with Matic. I know Fernandinho might have been the better choice, and if we get him here again, I will take him. I didn't get him here. I mean, we could go with this guy and get a soft link to Matic. We could go with Ibotta and get a soft link to... Oh, no, Ibotta would be good. Again, he's not... he's got really good defending stats, just not very good pace. But he's nice and tall, and he gets two good links in. When we swap him around like that, he gets a link to Perez and a link to Matic, which is pretty decent. That could really help us with getting the full chem. We get nothing that's going to be useful to us here. We're going to have to go with Mac here. Oh no, wrong flag. Nope. We'll go with this guy, Mane. 4-star skill moves, good pace, and that's it. He probably... Oh, actually... Wait, this guy used to be in the La Liga last year. Carcelo Gonzalez. He's actually got a very decent card. His pace is a bit low. Sprint speed is only 80. His dribbling is really nice. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Who's the highest rated? Yeah, let's just take him. Doesn't matter. He's not going to be on the team. Now, Marcelo here would be fantastic. There we go. Gets a strong link to Ronaldo. Boom. Job done. Ronaldo's now perfect chem, Marcelo's now perfect chem, and we can go with any centre-back that we want. And we are going to be taking Eric Bailly, no question about it. Boom. He's going to get that soft link, a strong link, sorry, to Nemanja Matic, which is great. And we're also going to go with... Could go with Ivanovic. Don't want Ivanovic. Could go with Laporte, who would get one soft link. Could go with Mascherano, who would also get one soft link. Could go with Jonathan Tah, who's got a lot of pace and gets no soft links. Let's go with Laporte. As a French centre-back, he's probably got a few more options to get the perfect chemistry. Like if we get a Hugo Lloris or something like that. And at right back, I'm very happy to go with Hector, the goal protector. This Premier League team is coming along nicely. We might turn into a full Premier League team. We get Mandanda, Keylor Navas. Navas is good for chem, puts it up to 82. Schmeichel also up to 82. Ralph Farman, nothing. See, now if I did take Tar, that would have been probably a bit better. What do I go with? Do I go with Keylor Navas? Maybe we get a Sergio Ramos and everyone there gets perfect chem. That's what I've got to hope for. I'm going to go with Navas just off the hope that we get ourselves a Sergio Ramos. Now, if we could get an icon goalkeeper, that would be even better. We can't. Asenjo, not interested in. We'll take Petr Cech just in case we go full Premier League. I'm not opposed to going full Premier League either. So I will take the Premier League players. We'll go with Christensen there in at centre-back as well. We'll definitely take Michael Keane. Keane is a big player. We'll pop Keane in there. We'll pop Cech in there. That boosts our chemistry very nicely. Now, if we do that and that stays at 88 because Matic doesn't get the link. And if I do want to go full Premier League now, I'm only a couple of players away. Next up, we've got Henrik Mkhitaryan. Perfect. He's going to give us a nice little chem boost. Bang. He actually puts us up to 100 chemistry. I wonder if we do that. No, see, that's only 97 chemistry. It's got to be this way. That's awesome. 100 chemistry for the boys there. And this is a sick team that we're building into now. Iborra would be nice to get changed. And I wouldn't mind taking an Aaron Ramsey. Let's have a comparison of the stats here. So Ramsey has way more pace, more shooting, more passing, way more dribbling. A little less physical, but way less defending. I might use Ramsey instead of Iborra. I might use Iborra. We'll see where we go on the last picks. Next up, I'm going to be taking Dorgan Hazard. I like this guy. He's got really good in-game stats. In dribbling, passing, shooting and pace, all greens, or dark greens, which is awesome. His stamina's good. I rate him as a player. I think he's going to be good in the early stages of Ultimate Team. Next on the list, I'm also tempted to take Jose Callejon because I've used this guy in one of our other drafts and he was phenomenal. I don't know why, I don't know how, 92 stamina. This guy just, for me, works. So our starting lineup is looking okay. I could actually play Jose Callejon at right mid, funnily enough, and put Perez. Let me just look at this. Pop Jose Callejon there. Other than Gabriel Jesus, his team is like a full chem team. That's hilarious. I wouldn't mind playing Callejon instead of Mkhitaryan. We'll see what we get. I really would like... Well, now I've got some choices. I really would like an icon. I could take Benteke. Doesn't get a strong link to anyone, unfortunately. Slimani does get a strong link, so I might take Slimani. Chicharito doesn't get a strong link. I'm going to take Slimani just for chemistry. We're going to put Slimani up there. And then we're going to swap Iborra around there. So Slimani's on perfect chem. Iborra's on perfect chem. The only player that's now not on perfect chemistry is Cristiano Ronaldo. But that's not a huge issue because he's such a good player that 6 chem for him is fine. And we also only get 7 chemistry for the left centre-back. And we can't swap the players around because they won't get the chemistry. That sucks, but I'd prefer it like this. I would much prefer it this way. Danny Simpson, not really interested. None of these guys I'm interested in. We'll take Simpson just because he's Premier League. We might end up playing him at left back. If I get another midfielder from the Premier League, a winger specifically, I will likely go for a full Premier League team and just use Cristiano Ronaldo as a substitute, which he might have a huge impact on late game. We get Hernandez there, the whole City man. Obviously they're in Championship now, but he's got good pace. We could use Dean, although he doesn't work because we don't have a French centre-back to link him to. Let's take Traore. Good pace, good dribbling. Come on, give me an icon to finish it off, EA. No such luck. But we do get Danny Welbs. What a pull. So we'll throw Welbeck in there. Now all of these are on 7 chem. That's not really what I want. If we swap this around... and swap this around, that puts us back to 100 chem. If we swap this around, yeah, either one or two, one of the dudes is going to have to suffer. Either Gabriel Jesus or Danny Welbeck is going to have to be off chem, and I'm going to go with Gabriel Jesus being off. No, he has a catalyst, doesn't he, for pace? I'm gonna have Welbeck off chemistry. And that is going to be the starting lineup right there. Our bench is actually great. I'm very happy. Oh, I don't even have to have Welbeck off chemistry. If I put Welbeck in there, Eric Bailly is now off chemistry. God damn it. Yeah, and I can't do it the other way because I want Matic, though, instead of Iborra. I think I prefer that. I think I prefer my midfield and attack all on Chem and Bailly on 7 Chem. He's got a shadow Chem style anyway. He gets a good pace and defending boost. I think he'll be great. Let's get Perez on the bench. Let's get... Christensen. Who's better, Christensen or... Oh, Keane's way better. Slimani I don't really care for. Traore. We've got plenty of subs on the bench with pace. Well, we've got one sub on the bench with pace, actually. Let's get Traore on there instead of Christensen. And that, guys, is going to be the lineup. So we're going to throw that in there. It's pretty much a full Premier League team. We don't get a Premier League manager. We need a Ivorian manager, or I could put a English manager, which would also work. We do have an English manager. So I guess we take this guy and we boost Keane up to 8 chemistry. And that's a little bit better for our team. It's a 184 in total. I think we might have been able to get a 185 if I had arranged the bench to be the higher rated players on the bench. But there is the team, guys. I'm very, very happy with this as our squad. I'm hoping we can do quite well. This formation is a bit of a risk. I've not used it yet this year. I don't know how well it's going to play. The 2 centre midfielders are a touch slow, but there's pace everywhere else. Hopefully that is going to help us out. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the draft. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we'll come up against has got a 4-4-1-1 team, a 183 Aguero, Martial, Willian, some big players there up front. And then he's also got the Peter Schmeichel icon card. Not going to lie, I've come up against that 86 Schmeichel a fair few times, and he's always been dog dish. He is not a fantastic player in my experience. Of course, he has that icon status and maybe worth something somewhere down the line. But straight away, you can see here, Gabriel Jesus with the low driven from the top of the box. Whilst under pressure, he still manages to get that one low enough past Peter Schmeichel there. If I say Kasper Schmeichel before, I apologise. And that put us in a good spot in this first game. We unfortunately did concede to make it 1-1. A great finesse shot from Sergio Aguero from the top of the box there. And it does seem like good players are going to be much, much better this year than not good players, essentially. I don't think you'll see many kind of like low-rated beasts this year. Of course, you'll have the anomalies, Heung-min Son, Anthony Martial, Gabriel Jesus as some of those anomalies. But generally speaking, I think a high rate, an 88, 89 rated striker with OP stats is going to be far, far more effective than those low rated gods that we might have seen last year. Gabriel Jesus made it 2-1 with another low driven across the goalkeeper from the top of the box, and we eventually made it 3-1 after 31 minutes. The corner comes in, the header from Ronaldo, and that is game over. 3-1 was not only the final goal, it was the final score. So we go through 3-1 after 90 minutes. My opponent stuck it out. He tried to get back into the game. I missed a few sitters myself. Could easily have been more goals for the pair of us, but fortunately enough for me, it ended there. So we go into game number 2, and we came up against a 4-3-3 with 83 rated 92 chem team. Again, some big players, Lionel Messi, Kovacic in there, and Lev Yashin in goal, Felipe Luis. But the team wasn't too overpowering, and I did look at that and think to myself, you know what, I've got a good opportunity here to make the most of how slow his team seems to be. And that's exactly what I did. Cristiano Ronaldo here holding off Kovacic in the midfield, so walks past Mark Bartra there, gets to the edge of the box, takes a finesse shot, and even Yashin can't save that from Cristiano Ronaldo. A great solo effort from CR7 to make it 1-0. And after that first goal went in, it just got worse and worse and worse. My opponent, you can see here, his defending isn't the best. He's biting at every opportunity. He's overextending with his tackles. The ball goes through to Gabriel Jesus, who gets his 3rd goal for the club and the 5th goal overall at this, for me personally, for this draft. Again, much like the first few drafts that I played, the goals just keep coming thick and fast. This is so easy to score in this FIFA that people that can master defending first are definitely going to have the better of the better of this year's FIFA, in my opinion. Danny Welbeck here on the edge of the box plays it into Jesus with a scoop turn, shoots and scores, and that is now 4 goals in 2 games, or well, 1 game and 22 minutes for Gabriel Jesus. It didn't stop there either. Jesus gets the ball here again, goes around the defender, evades the last tackle, shoots and scores. That's his hat-trick, and that is his 5th goal. Fantastic performance from Jesus there, and eventually we get ourselves another goal. The ball comes down the left-hand side here to Cristiano Ronaldo. He sees Henrik Mkhitaryan at the far post. He finds him. He bicycle kicks that, or scissor kicks that, and it goes into the back of the net from Mkhitaryan to make it 5-0 at half-time. I didn't expect my opponent to stick around much past this. He wasn't having any chances, and it was just all me, really. And eventually we got ourselves another goal. This time Cristiano Ronaldo with a beautiful driven low shot to the bottom corner off that left foot to make it 6-0. And it was soon 7-0. Calais here on as a sub. Beautiful little drag back past the defender. Slots that in, and there is Gabriel Jesus again to put the ball in the back of the net. I've actually lost count of the number of goals I've scored with him now. Welbeck plays it in to get Jesus again. Jesus again scores again. He is just unreal. That's either 7 or 8 goals for Jesus in just 2 games. And then eventually, as I was through with Ronaldo, my opponent quit. He didn't like pause it and quit, so I guess that was a power down of the Xbox, or just a dashboard and quit the game kind of scenario. But we go through to the semi-final after a comprehensive 8-0 victory, and it could have been more. You see there 310 ratings for Welbeck, Ronaldo and Jesus, who got 5 goals there, so 7 goals for Jesus after just 2 games. Absolute dominant performance sends us through to the semi-final, and we come up against a really good team in the semi-final. Inform Aguero, Eden Hazard, Paul Pogba, Willian. Inform Valencia. He's got Danilo and Eric Bailly, Joe Hart as well. Okay, it's not the perfect combination of players in terms of positioning. He's also got Christian Eriksen in there. I personally would have put Eden Hazard at cam, Christian Eriksen in the midfield. But it was quite a nice team, and things started off quite well for me here. Again, counter-attack from my opponent's corner. Danny Welbeck using his strength to hold off Eric Bailly. Gets the ball into Gabriel Jesus, who gets a great little fake shot past the defender. He threads it through to Henrik Mkhitaryan, who slots that one home. So if he's not scoring, he's assisting, is Gabriel Jesus. And that is us going 1-0 up after just 15 minutes. And much like Game 1 and much like Game 2, the goals just kept on coming. A few minutes later in the game, Aaron Ramsey here plays it into Matic. Matic finds Gabriel Jesus. He plays a beautiful 1-2 with Danny Welbeck. And you've already seen what's happening from here. Jesus gets his 8th goal of the tournament into this semi-final. And it's just, I got a feeling he's going to be an absolute, just a beast to play against, a beast to play with. He goes in and gets his 9th goal as well. A lovely 1-2 with Cristiano Ronaldo. A lovely finish to make it 3-0. And that was all she wrote in this game. We go through 3-0 after a 30-minute rage quit to go to the final. And of course, in the final, I would be very happy to be able to pick up a win. So a very dominant performance again in the semi-final against Dinath there. And as you know, 3 shots, 3 goals, just absolutely brilliant, clinical in front of goal. Our final opponent, though, guys, has got an insane team. He's got Mustafi, he's got Cech, Danilo, he's got Wijnaldum and Herrera, who are both fantastic. But most importantly is he's got 91 Van Basten and 86 Shevchenko, and he immediately took off Silva, put Sigurdsson into midfield, and brought on Cristiano Ronaldo. And let me tell you, trying to defend against that trio was impossible. They are so good. I got unlucky there. I think the shot might have been dragged wide and Bailly diverted it in. But it was just unstoppable. They're just so difficult to deal with. Their stats are so good that you have to be perfect in defence to hold off against these dudes. We get a corner coming in there. Shevchenko gets up and slots that one home. Again, you can't do anything about it. You literally can't do anything about it. So we go 2-0 down. Eventually, we pulled it back to 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo getting in down the left-hand side for me. He cuts a good little ball roll chop there and evades the defender. Gets right to the byline, slots that across the goal. And there is Welle. I think that might be his 1st or 2nd goal of the tournament. Not much doing for him. Jesus on 9, Welle on 1 or 2, and eventually look at that beautiful play, beautiful goal. Hold my hands up, completely outplayed there. That was a fantastic performance, a fantastic goal from my opponent. Take nothing away from him. He played very, very good. I did eventually get another goal though. Calais on as a sub, just using that blistering pace to get down the byline, evades the tackle, slots it into Gabriel Jesus. It is blocked, but Calais gets the rebound to make it 3-2. And with 20 minutes left, I tried my best to get into the game, but my opponent defended well enough to hold on, and 3-2 was the final score. So unfortunately, we lose in the final, guys, but I had a lot of fun this draft. I played some really good FIFA, and I was massively impressed with Gabriel Jesus, and I was also massively impressed with Mkhitaryan. But that, guys, is the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Alright guys, we end up losing in the final in quite a narrow loss, just real frustrating. A few of my attacking players just didn't go how I wanted them to go, but I tell you what, having good players this year is going to be so important. That guy Shevchenko, Van Basten and Ronaldo were too much to deal with. You know, every decent opportunity he had, he took care of. It looked like he had a lot of chances because from 2 corners he had about 5 shots. But generally speaking, I had good possession, was creating good chances. But like the first touch of Danny Welbeck, Gabriel Jesus, and then as a sub, Thorgan Hazard was just not quite good enough. Quite a few times, Gabriel Jesus, who had played really well throughout the whole event, what is his first touch? What's his ball control? See, he's got really good ball control. You expect a little bit more from him. Not necessarily from Danny Welbeck, who's got 78 ball control. But yeah, just a few like little errors here or there. In general, I felt like I played really well. You know, the games were going well. Gabriel Jesus was a monster in front of goal, scoring some really, really good goals. Mkhitaryan coming in with a bicycle kick. But we got to the final. We lost very narrowly. You know, on another day, I might have been able to pick up a win there. We get a premium gold players pack and a jumbo premium gold pack. So a 15k pack and a 25k pack. Not too bad. Even though this isn't Draft to Glory, we're going to see whether or not we would have made our coins back. So we obviously got a few thousand back from the match earnings. And we get ourselves Mario... No. Yeah, is it Mario Ruiz? Or is it Brian Ruiz? It's something Ruiz, I'm sure. We get Dario Serna, which is not bad. He might go for a few... okay, so like maybe 1,000 coins. A Whitecap centre-back. Now, he won't be worth much right now. But I'm sure at one stage or another for an SBC, he'll be worth a fair bit. We'll store those dudes. Contracts I don't care about. The healing cards I'll keep. The modifiers I'll keep. I don't think we're getting anywhere close to our money back on this occasion. Only 1,000 coins for Ruiz. That's crazy. As an 82 rated player, I'm going to keep him. Llorente I'll keep as well. Only 1,000 coins there for him. But then we get a premium gold players pack, guys. And this is going to contain... no flash. So we don't get a good player. 82 as a maximum rating here for us. And it is going to be, oh God, Sosa. 78 rated. Brilliant. That's too bad. We get Munayin. Two silvers. This guy's not bad. Good pace and dribbling. Really bad shooting, however. Yeah, that's not the best. I'm going to send all of these up to the trade pile. I don't have too much space left. I don't know if I would have made my 15k back there, guys. It would have been touch and go, depending on how much those players sell for and when I sell them. But that was the draft for the day. Pretty much Premier League draft there, guys. I had a lot of fun with it. Scored some great goals. And unfortunately, just narrowly lost in the final. But this will be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.